Welcome back to episode 3 of Road to Robin, and when we left you we had just been talking about the squad that we have built and obviously the players that we have untradeable sitting on the bench. So I'm currently quite happy with that team, but I have gone ahead and done some silver sniping and got us up to 65,000 coins. So as you can see, the other players that we had in the club, which we used for the managerial masterpiece friendlies, have gone ahead and sold on, so making a bit of a loss on a lot of them, but some little profit, some people like Williams, McCarthy and others, and then selling on Wan-Bissaka, who obviously we no longer need due to having that Manquillo in the right back position. So what did we do to earn some money? Well, we basically set the sniping filter for Serie A we focused on. We were buying any player for 600 coins maximum. That meant even if they only sold on for 650, we made 18 coins, which is a tiny amount, but when you can do it in this kinds of numbers that quickly and they're popping up, you don't tend to get market banned, and also you can get the odd one where you make a considerable amount more than the 18 coins. So for example, Linetti sold for 750, so if we bought him a few times, that was 118 coins each time for 600 minimum. Also, some of these popped up, we got some for 200s, some for 400s, and all the way up ranging from 200 to 600 coins. So we've got a few pages of these where you get the odd one that's sold on for more, and then the rest have all been 650. So pretty happy with that. Someone like Wallace here is selling for 900 twice as well. I think we bought him for like 400. I don't know if we can actually check. We can't anymore because they're gone, but that's absolutely fine. So we've gone on and made quite a bit of profit doing this, and this was our big one. We bought Reynolds for 350 coins, sold on for 1,200. So we're going to start fresh this episode. We're going to clear the transfer list and we're going to go through and we're going to try and use a method that I've learned off of a Twitch streamer and YouTuber, which is Flair FIFA. I'm currently a subscriber now to him, and we're using his shadow trading method, so I will pop a link to his channel down in the subscription. So what we're going to do is go ahead and set up the filter. So we're going to go on gold players who have a shadow. We're going to set the max buy now at 9,900, and then we're just going to check where there's only one player over an hour, which is here. We're just going to check if there's any more, so we go up a little bit further. There's still only one player, so we can keep increasing that price, and there's two here, so there's two. So we're going to go back down to 950. Going to go right to the end, and all we're going to do is compare price and back out, and we're looking to buy and sell players that pop up fresh. They'll pop up in between these two as they'll be listed for an hour. We're trying to buy the players for more than 5% under the price they sell for with a shadow, which is usually up to 1,000 coins more than they sell normally. We're going to look to centre backs. Can be a bit risky because obviously a lot of them have shadow chemistry styles on them already where they use so much. We're going to go and do that for a while, see if we can make some profit and boost our coin total up towards Robin Van Persie's middle card, which is currently sitting at about 220k. Right, well, in between doing some shadow trading, some silver trading, we thought we should actually get in and maybe play our first rivals game. So we know that this is the lineup. We're going to go ahead and try it out. I'll just show you who the opponent is, and then we might show you the stats at the end of the game. Obviously starting in Div 10, so hopefully it shouldn't be too difficult a game to go ahead and get the victory in, but you never know with this FIFA. So we're going for a basic 4-4-2 Serie A opponent this time. Let's see how we get on. Okay, so that game didn't last very long. Poor guy. Yeah, that was a bit of a mismatch, unfortunately. So 2 goals for Rashford and 1 for Martial. So game 3-0 win, not lasting very long at all. 16 minutes 54. Only had 3 shots, 3 goals, but our first win. And for winning that game, that puts us already up to season level 13. meaning we get an untradeable small prime gold players pack. Just thought we'd show you this. Minimum 80 plus overall player. But can we get a Premier League player? We don't. We get Mignolet. So ironically the opposite. But this all can go into fodder, having a Real Madrid player there as well as a first owner. Camavinga, I'm sure, will come in handy at some point. Okay, so a little bit of time later, and as you can see, some shadow trading has occurred. I don't know why their shadows disappear when they're sold, but they do. So all of these players have been bought and sold on for a profit so far. So as you can see, we're currently up to 72,782 coins, which is just about 10k over what we was. So very small profits made on a lot of these, but it all adds up, and it meant we were finding loads of deals. We do also still have free selling. Obviously Rudiger doesn't look like he's going to sell, but we'll reduce that price a little bit. His price must have changed from yesterday when we're doing these. Fernandinho will sell for something. We bought him for a K. He just popped up randomly, so it didn't really matter what he sold for, but there is a profit there. And then Lucas Hernandez, again, was a bit of a misplaced buy, but we'll take it. So we've made a bit of money, and now we have just noticed that there is an SBC which is very interesting. So we're going to go across and we're going to go to live, and then as you know, in this series we are only using Premier League players. And they have brought out an SBC which gives you as a reward a 3 Premier League players pack, which is 1 rare. But all you need to do for it is submit some 11 gold players. So what we're going to do is go through and make as many of these as we can using the untradeable non-rares we have in the club. And then we'll open up the packs and see if we get any players usable or anyone we want to stick in the team. So yeah, we'll see you in a minute with the packs. And just like that, here we are. We have created 5 of these packs, so we're not going to mess around. We're going to get straight into them. Can we get anything worthwhile, realistically? So Richarlison, that is good for the club. So he is actually a very good striker and could actually be used if we wanted to. But yeah, Davies and Kabak not so much, but we're expecting that with the non-rares. This is mainly for that rare. You never know who you might get. So no boards in the first 2, that's fine. English cam, we are going to get Ross Barkley, which again not really usable, but it's fine. We'll still take him for the squad. He can sit in there. The next one. Okay, no board again. English striker, it is going to be Antonio. So all these players might get used in things like managerial masterpieces and friendly matches and things like that if we ever come up with another player or something to get, like we did with Manquillo and Sarr. Okay, no board in 4. That is rough. This is going to be a Ruben Neves, whose pace just lets him down. Very good all-round player, but not usable because of that pace. And we do have our first duplicate untradeable, so unfortunately El Nene, goodbye. And last but not least, can we at least get 1 board from these? 1 would be great. No, not 1 board. And it is going to be Pulisic. So again, decent player, but we already have 2 strong left wingers, so not really that helpful. Hayden and Clark as well join the club. Okay, so here's the lowdown on what we've been up to since. So we have gone ahead and played a load of games in Rivals and got to the reward upgrade, and also we have got all the way to Div 6 rank 3, which means come rewards we will be getting a prime gold players pack and 9k to add to the total. There's been 1 slight change in the team. Davinson Sanchez was not quite working out, or Eric Bailly. So next to Sarr now we have a Joe Gomez, who with a shadow now costs 2k, which is really, really cheap. Also we got David De Gea in one of the untradeable packs we got, so Mendy's dropped to the bench and De Gea is in the first team. So this is what we're looking like, still playing that 4-4-2 with Rashford and Martial up top. But now we have gone ahead and done a premium version of the Premier League SBC. So we're going to open it right now. So 12 Premier League gold players at least 3 being rare. Can we get something decent out of this? Let's find out. We get a walkout. It's going to be Fabinho. That is a great pull and someone who will definitely go straight in the first team. So that is exactly the sort of thing we needed. We're getting a load more fodder as well to just sit in the club. But yes, Fabinho, even Scott McTominay is a good player there. So what do we do now? Do we put in Fabinho and Fred, who obviously, because Højbjerg is obviously untradeable, but then we've got 2 slower midfielders, or I think what we might have to go and do is chuck in a Fabinho. Yeah, why not? We'll chuck in Fabinho and Højbjerg for now. We'll see how it gets on. We'll leave Fred on the reserves, but if not, we might go and use that. It's only 1,000 coins, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, just thought we'd give you an update there, and then we'll be back when we have rewards or something else to talk about. Okay, just like that and magic, it is Thursday, so we're going to go ahead and collect our rewards. We're going to take option 1, I believe, for the Prime Gold Players Pack, as it's tradable, and then we'll collect the 9k coins as well. So we've taken this, so Div 6 rank 3 for a first week. Bearing in mind we played a fair few but not that many games, still have not lost in Rivals, so we're also up to 93k. Let's not mess about, let's get straight into the pack, see if we can get someone big to push us towards RVP. Here we go. There is currently the Team of the Year defenders in packs as well, you never know. It is a walkout, it's not a big walkout, but it is one. It's going to be Trent. Okay, so Trent is definitely a very good player, but we have our Mankio, so we're not going to be using him in the squad. But hopefully he's worth a fair amount, which could mean that we can go ahead and make some decent money. So he's at least 20k. So 20k brings us up to around 110k, so all of this can go ahead and be sold. So we're probably going to be sitting on 120k roughly. And let's go and check, at the end of this video, let's just quickly check what price Van Persie currently is sitting at and how far we're left to go after episode 3. So we're looking for obviously his middle card, which is the cheapest, and last time I checked it was 220,000. Okay, so it's actually gone down, which means we're even closer to getting Robin. So he's now at around 200,000 coins, so we're going to be around 80k off, which is great. So that is going to be the end of this episode. We are over halfway to Robin, but obviously once we get Van Persie, that is just where the series begins.